All right, today we're going to work on multiplying using an area model. The first equation that we want to look at is 167, and I'm going to multiply that by 27. The first thing I need to do is take my 167 and I want to break it up into its pieces. What I mean by that is I want to break it up into their place values. So I have 100, and then I have a 60, and then I have a 7. When we do this, we're breaking it up into its expanded form. I then want to take my 27 and break it up into 20 plus 7. I'm going to make a rectangle or a little box where every piece can fit. So now, what I want to do is start placing my numbers to multiply. I have 100, and that 100 is touching these two boxes. It's on top of these two boxes, which means that this box is going to have 100 multiplied by something and 100 multiplied by something. In order to put a number in these boxes, it must either be on top of it or to the side of it. I can't just place numbers for the fun of it. So in these two boxes, I have to place a 60. 60 times 60 times. And in these two boxes, I'm going to place a 7. 7 times 7 times. If you look over here, I have my 20. My 20 is going to go in every single one of these boxes in this row. 20, 20, and a 20. And my 7 is here, so my 7 is going to go in every one of those boxes. Now I can start multiplying. The hardest thing for students to understand is when we're multiplying, they get scared and worried and flustered because these numbers are a lot bigger than what they're used to. I want you to get that out of your mind, because when you think about it, this is no different than what you do any other day. I'm going to take my 1 and my 2, and I'm just going to concentrate on those, and I'm going to multiply 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2, but because it's really 100 times 20, I'm going to add in those zeros. So I have 2 zeros from my 100, and I have 1 zero from my 20, which means 100 times 20 is 2,000. 60 times 20 could be overwhelming. However, 6 times 2 is easy. You know that 6 times 2 is 12, but because it's 60 and 20, I'm going to have to add 1 zero for the 60, 1 zero for the 20, making it 1,200. 7 times 20, again, can be overwhelming. However, you know that 7 times 2 is 14, and I have to add 1 zero for that 20. 7 times 20 is 140. 100 times 7. Think about it as 1 times 7, which is 7. I add my 2 zeros, making it 700. 60 times 7 is the same as 6 times 7, which is 42. I'm adding that 0, and now I have 420. 7 times 7 is 49. I don't have any zeros because those are my 1s, so I don't have to add anything. So now I'm left with 2,000, 1,200, 140, 700, 420, and 49. And in order to get my final answer, I'm going to add all of those together. So I have 2,000 plus 1,200. I'm going to add 140. I'm going to then add 700, 420, and 49. When I add all of those together, I will get my final product. So 0, 0, 0, 0, all the way over to a 9. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Here's my 0. I carry my 1 up. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 7 is 11, plus 4 will be 15. I put my 5 here and I carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Making my final product 4,509.